Jai Shri Gurudev. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Ravi N, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Management, that is PG Studies, BGSIMS, Chikbalapur. In this video, I am going to explain problem and solution under the head Income from House Property. I repeat, in this video, I am going to explain the problem as well as the solution under the head Income from House Property in the subject Income Tax. Here is the question, that is income from house property. First, let me explain the question. The question is like this: Srimati Indira owns 4 houses. Srimati Indira is the assessee. She owns 4 house properties. House property 1 is let out for business purpose. House property 2 is occupied for own business purpose, and house property 3 and house property 4 are occupied for own residence. Following particulars are available with respect to these properties for the previous year 2018-19, and further details is given in the table, that is particulars HP1, HP2, HP3, HP4. HP in the sense house property. Municipal tax. Municipal value for HP1 60,000, HP2 10,000, HP3 1,86,000 and HP4 1,90,000. Then fair rental value 78,000, 36,000, 1,54,000 and 1,90,000. Standard rent 72,400, 24,000, 1,50,000, 1,80,000. Annual rent 84,000, nil. Unrealized rent 7,000, nil. And municipal tax paid by owner, that is Srimati Indira, 3,000, 8,000, 12,000 and 16,000. And municipal tax paid by tenant 3,000, nil. And finally, determine Srimati Indira's income from house properties for the assessment year 2019-20. So in this question, we need to compute the tax liability of Srimati Indira for the two in the head income from house property. We need to compute the taxable income from house property. See, with reference to this question, we can understood that there are 4 house properties. In that, 3 houses are self-occupied. In that 3, one is self-occupied for business and 2 is self-occupied for residence. And there is one more house, that is HP1, which is let out for a business purpose. See, the concept is any house property which is occupied for own business or profession, it is not taxable in the head income from house property. In this question, HP2 is occupied for own business, so that we don't want to taken into consideration for the calculations, because this HP2 is occupied for own business, and that amount of income which may be derived from that house property is taxable in the head income from business, not in the head income from house property. And then what about other 3 house properties, HP1, HP3 and HP4? HP1 is let out for a business purpose. We have to calculate the taxable amount. And HP3 and HP4 are self-occupied, that too for own residence. See, if any house property, if any assessee occupied more than one self-occupied, one house property for a residence, in that whose gross annual value is more is considered as a self-occupied property, and other properties are treated as deemed to be let out properties. I repeat, any house properties is occupied by the owner for their residence. up to one house can be considered as self-occupied property. If any assessee owns more than two self-occupied properties, first we need to calculate GAV, whose gross annual value is more should be treated as self-occupied property, and other house properties are treated as deemed to be let out property, and the calculations will be as like let out property. ಯಾವುದೇ ಹೌಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಆನಿಯಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ಯಾವ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿದು ಅಸೆಸ್ಸಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಅಂದರೆ ಓನರು ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸು ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ, ಅದು ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ಗಾಗಿದ್ದಾಗ, ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ಗಾಗಿದ್ದರೆ ಎರಡಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸು ನಾವು ಅವುಗಳ GAV ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದರ GAV ಅಂದರೆ ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಆನಿಯಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇನ್ನು ಉಳಿದಿರೋದನ್ನು ಡೀಮ್ಡ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಲೆಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ಸು ಲೆಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ HP2ಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಹಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಅದು ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಓನ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ HP3 ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ HP4 ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. GAV ಯಾವುದು GAV ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನು ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಅಂತ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಬೇಕು. NAV ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ನಿಲ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಇನ್ನು ಯಾವುದು GAV ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೋ HP3 ಮತ್ತು HP4ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ಸನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇನ್ನು HP1 ಲೆಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ಸು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ನೌ ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ you have to write the heading, that is computation of taxable income from house property ಅಂತ ಹೆಡ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಕಾಂಪ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಬಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಸೆಸ್ಸಿ ನೇಮ್ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಇಂದಿರಾ, ಸ್ಟೇಟಸ್ ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್, previous year 2018-19, assessment year 2019-20, and then 4 columns for amount ge and 1 column is for particulars. Totally 5 columns I run. See, ಫಸ್ಟು ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೇಬಲ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಬೇಡಬೇಕು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಅಪ್ ಟು GAV one part, after GAV is another part. Okay, up to GAV is one part, because in this question more than one house property are self occupied for a residence, so that you have to compare the GAV of all that houses. Okay, so first part is you have to calculate GAV, gross annual value. ಸೊ 4 ಹೌಸಸ್ಗೂ GAV ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆಸ್ ಐ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ಡ್, HP2 ಈಸ್ ಓನ್ ಹೌಸ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಏನು ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಓನ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ನಾಟ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟ್ ದ GAV, 3 steps we have to follow. One is notional rent, second one is expected rent, third one is actual rent. First ನೋಡೋಣ notional rent. In order to calculate notional rent, we have to compare fair rental value and municipal rental value. Whichever higher will be the notional rent. For HP1, fair rental value is 78,000, municipal rental value is 60,000. Higher is 78,000. And HP2 is own business purpose, so it is not comes under the calculations. Municipal rental value, for HP3, fair rental value 1,54,000, municipal rental value 1,86,000. Whichever is higher, 1,86. And HP4, 1,90,000 is the fair rental value, 1,90,000 is the municipal rental value. ಈ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ತೊಗೋಬೋದು. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ 1,90,000 ಫೇರ್ ರೆಂಟಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, ಏನು ನೋಷ್ನಲ್ ರೆಂಟು ಅದೇ ಅಂತಲೇ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ರೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ನೋಷ್ನಲ್ ರೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ರೆಂಟ್. whichever is less will be the expected rent. So notional rent, as we calculated in the first step number 1, that is 78,000, 1,86,000 and 1,90,000. Okay, now we have to compare with the standard rent. In the question, standard rent is given for HP1 72,400, for HP3 1,50,000, for HP4 1,80,000. So in these two have to compare whichever is less. In these two 72,400 is the less. In these two 1,50,000 is the lesser amount, and in these two 1,80,000 is the lesser amount. And next, actual rent. So for the calculation of actual rent, we need to compare expected rent and actual rent, whichever is higher. Expected rent for HP1 72,400, actual rent 77,000, whichever is higher 77. And for HP3, expected rent is 1,50,000, actual rent is not given because it is self occupied, so that is nil. Whichever is higher is 1,54,000. And for HP4 1,80,000 is the expected rent and actual rent is nil. Whichever is higher is 1,80,000. So and you have to deduct the vacancy period loss. Vacancy period loss is nil for all the house properties, so that deduct that amount from actual rent. Now we will get a gross annual value, which is marked in yellow. So here 77,000 minus 0, 77,000. 1,50,000 minus 0, 1,50,000. 1,80,000 minus 0, 1,80,000. Okay, so this is GAV, gross annual value. So now you have to taken into consideration HP3 and 4, that is GAV 1,50,000 and 1,80,000. Compare these 1,50,000 and 1,80,000. So this is for house property 3 and 4. Whose gross annual value is more is treated as a self-occupied property, and other should be considered as DLOP, means deemed to be let out properties. Okay, so now 1,80,000 is the higher amount, that is HP4 GAV is 1,80,000 and GAV of HP3 is 1,50,000. So in this two house properties, 1,80,000, that is GAV of house property 4 is more than the house property 3, so that is treated as self-occupied property. And other house property, that is HP3, is treated as deemed to be let out property, and calculations will be continued as let out property. But for the house property 4, NAV is directly considered as nil. NAV is directly considered as nil. You have to take as NAV as nil. Yes, now continuation part of the answer is GAV. So GAV is 77,000 for house property 1, house property 3 1,50,000, and house property 4 we got 1,80,000, but here I have taken as nil because that is treated as SOP, self occupied ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ. ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ನಾವು ನೆಟ್ ಆನ್ಯಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನಿಲ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಬಾರೋಡ್ ಲೋನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಮಗೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿಗೆ. ಎಸ್, ಈಗ ನೆಟ್ ಆನ್ಯಲ್ ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಆನ್ಯಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮುನಿಸಿಪಲ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಪೇಯ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಓನರ್. ಮುನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಪೇಯ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಓನರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮುನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಪೇಯ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಟೆನೆಂಟ್ ಎರಡೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಎರಡೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾಗ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಮುನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಪೇಯ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಓನರ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ GAV ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮುನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಪೇಯ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಟೆನೆಂಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಇಗ್ನೋರ್ಡ್. Municipal tax paid by owner has to be taken into consideration. So here municipal tax paid by owner for house property 1 is 3,000, for house property 3 12,000, and house property 4 16,000 is given, but here I have taken as nil because NAV directly as a nil. Next, if you deduct that municipal tax paid by owner, you will get a net annual value 77,000 minus 3,000, 74,000 is the NAV, and 1,38,000 is the NAV, and here nil is taken because NAV is nil for the self-occupied property. You have to deduct the deductions under section 24. There are two deductions you need to calculate. One is standard deduction at the rate of 30% on NAV, and second one is interest on borrowed loan. So standard deduction is 30% on NAV. So for house property 1, 74,000 is the NAV. In that 30% it will be 22,200, and for house property 3, NAV is 1,38,000. In that 30% is 41,400, and here NAV of house property 4 is nil, so that standard deduction 30% also nil. Second deduction is interest on borrowed loan. No loan is borrowed. Srimati Indira do not borrow any loan, so that interest on borrowed loan is nil, nil, nil. So for self-occupied property, you have to compare interest on borrowed loan or ceiling limit 30,000. Whichever is less will be the deductible amount for the self-occupied property. See, this part is applicable only for self-occupied property, but these two deductions is applicable for all the house properties. For self-occupied, for a self-occupied, for a let out property, for deemed to be let out property and all. But this ceiling limit 30,000, interest on borrowed loan, whichever is less, only for self-occupied property. Okay, so but in this question no interest on borrowed loan, so that 0 is the lesser amount, so here I have taken as nil. So now we have to deduct these deductions from NAV, then you will get a taxable income from house property. 74,000 minus 22,200, that is 51,800, 51,800, 51,800, that is first house property 1 income. House property 2 nil, house property 3 96,600, house property 4 also nil. So now the total income from house property is 1,48,400. How comes this 1,48,400? In the sense 51,800 is the house property 1 income, house property 3 income is 96,600. If you add these two, you will get a 1,48,400, that is income from house property. So this is the answer. So I have mentioned two notes here. One is HP used for own business or profession, taxable under business or profession, that is not comes under income from house property, which is already explained. And second note is, if two or more than two house properties occupied for self residence whose GAV is more is considered as SOP, which means self occupied property, and other houses considered as DLOP, that is deemed to be let out property. ಅಸೆಸ್ಸಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಎರಡಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವುಗಳ GAV ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾವುದರ GAV ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನು SOP ಅಂತ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಅಂತ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಉಳಿದಿರೋದನ್ನು ಡೀಮ್ಡ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಲೆಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ಸನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆದರೆ ಯಾವುದು SOP ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವೋ ಅದನ್ನು NAV ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ, ನೆಟ್ ಆನಿಯಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ನಿಲ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಷ್ಟು ಈ ಒಂದು ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಆಲ್. ಜೈ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುದೇವ್.